The major crops, various categories of major crops, which includes the food crops like wheat and rice, two beverage crops, tea and coffee, and two of the fiber crops, jute and cotton. Jute and cotton as the fiber crops. Today we will discuss about the cash crops. Cash crops. Cash crops. Cash crops. So those crops which basically produce through the commercial activities to gain the maximum profits. To gain the profits, not for the subsistence, not for the survival, for the marketing purposes. When the crops are produced for the marketing and to gain the maximum profits is known as the cash crops or commercial crops. So the first crop is the sugarcane. Here it will be as a discuss about only as a sugarcane, not for the rubber. Sugarcane. Sugarcane, which is generally used for the production of sugar, jaggery and molasses. Jaggery, good, and molasses. It's also used for the wine industry. Sugarcane also used for the wine industry. Sugarcane is generally known as the annual crop. It is known as the annual crop. Sugarcane is known as the annual crop. The reason is that crop which is sowing at the month of February and March, which harvest in next year, January and February. That's why it is known as the annual crop. Throughout the year, the production, it continues. Sugarcane, it's sowing at the month of February or March, and it harvests in November, December, January, or sometimes as the February. Why these 3-4 months are there? The reason is that when the sugarcane it harvests afterwards the first week or second week of January, such kind of a sugarcane it will be having as a more sweeter, more sucrose content comparatively that sugarcane which will be harvested in a month of November or December. So best quality of a sugarcane and the sucrose content is higher when the lodi it gone. Clear? So sugarcane. Let's start discussing about the various geographical conditions which are required for production of a sugarcane, in which the first is the temperature. Sugarcane, which is generally required as a 20 degrees Celsius to the 27 degrees Celsius temperature. 20 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius temperature throughout the year. But if you are thinking about that in Punjab, at present, for example, when we are talking about January or December, at that time the temperature it lies at 10 degrees Celsius. That figure is throughout the year. Those areas where such temperature conditions are there, such areas having as the best quality of a sugarcane. For example, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. In parts of Punjab, there is a least quality of a sugarcane is generally produced by the farmers. Because of such weather conditions are not continuous throughout the year. So 20 to 27 degrees Celsius temperature is mandatory for the growth of a plant of sugarcane. Next one is the rainfall. Rainfall is generally required as a 70 centimeters to the 120 centimeters. 70 centimeters to the 120 centimeters. Areas which are having which are receiving the less than 70 centimeters, they are not capable for production of a sugarcane. Not capable for the production of sugarcane. Next one is the weather conditions. Best quality of a sugarcane we generally produce in a parts of a Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. They are generally having as the hot and dry climatic conditions. In hot, dry climatic conditions, the growth of a plant of a sugarcane is more comparatively the cooler climatic conditions. So the hot and dry climatic conditions are required for the production of sugarcane. Next one is the soil. Sugarcane produced in a variety of the soil. For example, clay, loamy soils. They are also capable to produce the sugarcane. Loamy. Second one is the alluvial soils. Alluvial soils. Alluvial soils. Third one, black soils. Black soils. And fourth one, laterite soils. Laterite. Why do the such different variety of the soils are capable? Because all these soils, they are having as a some of the deficiencies. For example, when we're talking about the alluvial soils, they are having the deficiency of a nitrogenous content. Nitrogenous content. There is a deficiency of a humus in alluvial soils. But such kind of deficiencies, it can be as complete through the chemical fertilizers. Through the use of a fertilizers, we make as a surety for the production of a sugarcane in these all four types of soils: loamy, alluvial, black, or laterite. But the best quality of a sugarcane is generally produced in a parts of a black soil regions. Black soil regions. Clear? Black soil regions. Next one, land. Land. Sugarcane produced in a plain areas or leveled areas, plain areas and undulating surfaces. Undulating, rocky surfaces it can also produce. But sugarcane, it can't be produced in a slopes of a mountains. Through the terrace farming, we can't produce sugarcane along the slopes of mountains. It can only produce in a plain areas or the undulating surfaces. Undulating surfaces of a peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateau. Next one, labor. Labor. At the time of the sowing towards their harvesting, totally sugarcane production is based upon a manual labor. This is a labor intensive crop. Manual labor. Labor intensive crop. Harvesting, sowing, all the procedures they are go through the manual labor. Manual labor. This is a labor intensive crop. Machines are not possible to use for the harvesting of a sugarcane. Manual labor. And last one, areas. Areas. World countries which are having as a production of a Cuba, Brazil, Cuba, Brazil, Thailand, Indonesia, India, Indonesia, India are the leading producers of sugarcane all over the world. They are the leading producers of sugarcane in all over the world. Leading producers of sugarcane in all over the world. I repeat, Cuba, Brazil, Thailand, Cuba, Brazil, Thailand, Brazil. Goshan, am I audible? Cuba, Brazil, Thailand, Indonesia, India. And major areas in India, the states in India, areas in India, which will help you to mark in a math skill. In India, the major areas for the production of a sugarcane. First, Tamil Nadu. Second, Karnataka. Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, again, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana and Punjab. Haryana and Punjab. Haryana and Punjab. So these were the major crops, all the six categories of seven types of crops. Clear? 7 types of crops. Yes, Gia, roll number 27. Yes, Gia. Yeah, I think your camera is not working. Gia. Gia.
सर सर जो इंडिया के कौन से स्टेट्स में होता है?
Send your message in chat. Your voice is not clear. Send your message in chat. So let's continue. So these are the major crops. Afterwards, the next topic is agricultural development. Agricultural development. Agricultural development. Gia, send your message in chat. Agricultural development. In India, jute is generally produced in parts of Assam, Meghalaya, West Bengal. Jute producing areas in India are Assam, Meghalaya, West Bengal, Odisha. West Bengal and Odisha. These are basically the leading producing states in India. Clear, Dia? West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, Odisha. So agriculture development. Agricultural development. Agriculture. As we read earlier, agriculture, agriculture is a backbone of all the economies of the world because it feeds the population. A large number of people, they can be survived in a country because of the existence of agriculture and their allied activities. India got the independence in 1947. Afterwards, the independence, the total population of India, it was near about 35 crores. This much of population and their needs, food necessities, it can't be as completed through our natural resources. That's why the India, it imported the wheat and rice from the China and USA towards our country. In 1960s, in 1960s, the Green Revolution introduced in Indian subcontinent, which increased the production of wheat and rice through the modern techniques of farming. Generally, in the parts of Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh, the production of wheat and rice increased in manifold. Larger quantities of food grains it available. Now, the India is the leading producer of such food grains towards other countries. At the time of the independence, India it imported their food grains from foreign towards our country, but now India exporting the food grains towards other countries. It can only possible through the Green Revolution. When we're talking about the developing countries like as India, India is a developing country. So most number of developing countries of the world, they are developing countries of the world. They are basically emphasizing over intensive subsistence farming techniques in which they use a smaller agriculture fields for production of food crops through modern techniques of farming. Through modern techniques of farming, they are capable to produce crops to complete the needs of food within the boundaries of a country. But developed countries like USA or the other European countries, they are emphasizing over the commercial agricultural practices. In USA, they are generally used as extensive grain farming through which the production of a corn and wheat is the largest in all over the world. All over the world. Clear? So the agriculture development in our country, in India, agriculture development, it can be possible through some of the efforts. Some of the following works are there through which the agriculture development, it can be possible in our country. First, increase area under agriculture. Area under agriculture, it should be as increase. It doesn't mean that we have to clear the forest. Area under the agriculture doesn't mean that we have to clear the forest, cut the forest, and obtain the land for the agriculture. It will be adversely impact on a society. So we have to use the barren lands or the lands which are becoming as a fallow, which loses their fertility. Land which already loses their fertility, such lands it should make capable to increase or to produce the crops. It can only possible through the tree plantations. Tree plantations through the natural based land, it will regain their fertility. And such land which regain their fertility, it should be as used for the agriculture practices. So the area under the agriculture, it should increase through which the agriculture it can be developed. Second, change in cropping pattern. Change in cropping pattern. Change in cropping pattern. Cropping pattern means the existing system of a production of a crops. In our country, basically, there are only the two of the crops are producing every year: wheat and rice. Wheat and rice. Excessive production of wheat and rice, it make the deficiency or decreasing the fertility of our soils. Our soils are not capable to produce a crops without the use of a chemical fertilizers because of excessive use of a production. Such kind of a deficiency of a nutrient contents in a soils, it can be as a regain through the method of a mixed farming in which two or more than two crops simultaneously produce on a same agriculture field. For example, this is agriculture field. Here the two strips of a wheat and one strip of a mustard, through which the multiple cropping we can increase the fertility of a soil in natural way. Or the other method is their crop rotation. Existing cropping method where the two crops are produced, at their place we have to emphasize over the production of other crops. At the place of the wheat and rice, we have to emphasize over the vegetables or the mustard, sunflower, potato. Such kind of the crops are there through which land it will naturally regain their fertility. So change in cropping pattern is some possibilities through which we can develop the agriculture. Clear? Third, modern techniques of farming. Modern techniques of farming. Modern techniques of farming includes machines, use of machines, tractors, harvesters, threshers. Presently, the threshers, they are contributing as an important role to regain the fertility of a soil. After harvesting of a paddy or a rice, they remain husk. It can be as a mix in a soil through the threshers. Clear? Yes, Tatiksha, any problem?
No,
Tatiksha,
sir.
any problem? Pay attention. So use of machines. Next one, fertilizers, insecticides, weedicides, insecticides, through which we can increase the production in a per hectare area. Clear? Third is a use of HYV seeds. Use of HYV seeds. It stands for high yielding varieties of seeds. High yielding varieties of seeds. High yielding varieties of seeds. HYV seeds through which we can increase the production. We can increase the production. Clear? Fourth one, assured irrigation facilities. Assured irrigation facilities. Indian agriculture is a monsoonal based. If the monsoons, they occur as a lesser rainfall, they caused as a lesser rainfall as per the previous year, under such circumstances, it adversely impact on a production of a crop. Adversely impact on production of crops. So such deficiency of irrigation, we can be complete through the assured irrigation through the canals, canal irrigation and the tube wells, submersibles. This make as a possibilities for the production of a crops in those areas where the such irrigation facilities are not possible to available. For example, the northern India, in northern India, mostly rivers are perennial in nature, which are filled with water throughout the year. But those rivers which are present in a peninsular plateau, in a southern India, they are seasonal in nature. During the dry seasons, water is not available. That's why the production is lesser. We can provide the water through the canal irrigation. Clear? Yes, Titiksha?
सर ये आपने HYV के ऊपर क्या लिखा है वो
Fertilizers and insecticides. Fertilizers, insecticides. Yes, Titiksha? Yes, Titiksha?
ब्लर आ रही है.
It may be due to the technical problem. That's why I'm repeating here. Listen carefully, pay attention and leave your phone. Again, modern techniques of farming includes as a use of machines. Second one is fertilizers and insecticides. Third one is HYV, high yielding varieties of seeds, through which we can increase the agricultural production of agricultural crops. Next one is the assured irrigation facilities to the canal irrigation. Fifth one, availability of cheap credit facilities. Credit facilities. Credit means a loan. When we're talking about India, where the smaller agriculture fields are there, farmers are the poorer. They are not having the savings. Mostly the farmers, they are dependent upon the landlords and the moneylenders to complete their needs of money. These moneylenders, they are not charged they are not asked for any kind of a securities or a guarantees. They are lending the money at a high interest rate to the farmers. But still farmers, they are not preferred to go towards the banks which are asked for the guarantees, securities. So to free the farmers from such moneylenders and landlords, there are the cooperative societies are there. Cooperative societies which are not asked for the guarantees, but lending the money, giving the money to the farmers to complete their agriculture needs or the family needs. Why here the family needs? Because in agriculture sector, income generates after the 5 to 6 months when crop will harvest. But in between of a growing period or a sowing period, the needs of a farmer and their family, it can be complete through the such loans which are provided by the cooperative societies at a low interest rate without any guarantees. Such cooperative societies are available almost in all the villages, all in rural areas. Clear? In all of the rural areas. Clear? So through such of the efforts we make as possibilities for the agricultural development of agriculture. And Government of India, it also initiated the all these efforts to improving the standard of the agriculture in India. For example, change in the cropping pattern, it already introduced, crop rotation is introduced by the Government of India. That's why they are announcing the MSP, minimum support price. As per the MSP, farmers, they can produce any of a crop, whatever which will be beneficial for them. Modern techniques of farming implemented through the Green Revolution in 1960s, assured irrigation already provided to the canal irrigation, availability of a credit to the cooperative societies and banks, which are giving the loans on a preferential basis to the farmers. So all are already done in our country by Government of India. Yes, Goshan Singh. Is that clear, everybody? So one crop is possible to produce in a USA, and assured irrigation facilities are providing through the submersible tube wells. So this was our chapter.